Madara was born during the War States period and was the eldest of Tajima Uchiha's 5 children. Madara and his siblings grew up on the battlefield waging constant war with the Uchiha's rivals, the Senju. 3 of his siblings died young, leaving Madara with only his younger brother Izuna. Madara and Izuna became very close through their shared loss and constantly competed with each other to get stronger. This, combined with his naturally strong chakra, enabled the young Madara to defeat adult Senju in battle and develop a reputation as a genius. During his infrequent downtime, Madara met a boy his own age named Hashirama. The two quickly developed a friendly rivalry, be it skipping stones or urinating in rivers. Like Madara, Hashirama was also a shinobi who had lost his brothers on the battlefield. Together they imagined a world where children like themselves wouldn't need to fight. As a precaution, Madara and Hashirama did not divulge their family names, but nevertheless discovered each other's identities. Madara was an Uchiha, Hashirama was a Senju. It was their duty to kill each other, even if they were friends. Needing to choose between his family and his dreams of peace, Madara chose to end his friendship with Hashirama so he would have no reservations over killing him in the future, a resolve strong enough to awaken his Sharingan. Over the following years, Madara and Hashirama continued to meet in combat. Madara could never defeat Hashirama, even after acquiring a Mangekyo Sharingan, and Hashirama could never bring himself to kill someone he still considered a friend, resulting in a constant stalemate between the two that lasted decades. In time, both Madara and Hashirama became leaders of their respective clans, a position Hashirama tried to use to bring peace between them. Although some Uchiha found the offer increasingly tempting, Madara refused due to Izuna's death at the hands of Hashirama's own brother, Tobirama Senju. Some Uchiha defected over the Senju clan. Out of self-preservation, Madara then used Izuna's eyes in order to gain eternal Mangekyo Sharingan and restore his deteriorating vision. With his new power, he waged one final assault against the Senju and was defeated. Rather than killing Madara to bring the era of war to an end, Hashirama offered to kill himself if it would stop the fighting. Madara was moved by Hashirama's gesture and finally assented to peace. The Senju, the Uchiha, and all their affiliated clans came together to found a village of peace, where children would never need to die in battle. Madara and Hashirama rekindling their childhood friendship, and Madara called the village Konohagekyo, seeing it through the leaves. But Madara's idea of peace differed from Hashirama's, where Hashirama's envisioned cooperation with the other newly formed villages. Madara desired control so that peace could never be lost, evidenced by his attacking Iwagiku's Mu and Onoki, so that they would submit to Konoha's authority. When Hashirama was elected as Hokage, Konoha's leader Madara also became concerned for the Uchiha's future, believing this to be but the first step in the Senju's dominance. The stone tablet Zetsu altered had been in the Uchiha's possession for generations and was brought with them when they settled in Konoha. Through careful study, Madara was able to decipher enough of it to learn of the history of shinobi, of the endless cycle of failed peace, and the destiny of battle between Uchiha and Senju, but also a means of unity for the world. With this knowledge, Madara decided Konoha was a failed experiment. He tried to convince his own clan, and even Hashirama of the same conclusion, but none would hear him. Madara chose to abandon the village, attacking Konoha on multiple occasions, later returning with the nine-tailed demon fox under his control to challenge Hashirama. They fought to exhaustion, and from the carnage of their battle, the Valley of the End was formed. In the end, Madara was defeated by Hashirama.
里にあだなす者は許さん。俺はこの時覚悟を決めた。それが里の闇になる。いずれ。
Wake up to reality. Nothing ever goes as planned in this accursed world. The longer you live, the more you will realize that the only things that truly exist in this reality are merely pain, suffering, and futility. Listen, everywhere you look in this world, wherever there is light, there will always be shadows to be found as well. As long as there is a concept of victors, the vanquished will also exist. The selfish intent of wanting to preserve peace initiates wars, and hatred is born in order to protect love. There are nexuses, causal relationships that cannot be separated. I want to sever the fate of this world. A world of only victors. A world of only peace. A world of only love. I will create such a world. I am the ghost of the Uchiha. For truly this reality is a hell.
Madara's philosophy is pessimistic, but that doesn't necessarily mean that his philosophy doesn't have some truth to it. Madara sees that the world is a pointless, painful suffering. Wherever there is good, there is bad as well, just like the yin and yang symbol, and losers will exist as long as the concept of victors exists, meaning that it's impossible for all people to be victors, because it will erase the meaning of victory. As a result, no one will be a victor. For winners to exist in this world, most people have to fail. That's what makes winning valuable and desired. If the majority wins, no one really wins. The intent of wanting to maintain peace causes wars, because most wars are done by the name of peace, and everyone worry about their peace and never about the peace of others. Hatred is born in order to protect love. In order to be capable of loving somebody, there should be a possibility of feeling hate, peace and conflict.
People desire peace, and yet, on the other hand, they crave conflict as well. That duality is mankind for you.
It's human nature to desire peace and create conflict. It's a duality that describes humankind. Because of this deep knowledge and understanding of human nature, Madara realized that people will be in conflict forever, and that Konoha is a failed experiment. Madara had a problem with acceptance. He knew reality for what it is, but he refused to accept it. Consequently, he planned to make people live in a fantasy world, where they can be truly in peace, where they can get back the people they lost and achieve their dreams. Since reality is truly a hell, that's the only escape he thought of. The problem with it is that it takes people's freedom of choice. Not everyone wants to live in a dream world. Hashirama is the opposite. He saw that the way to achieve peace is to accept the reality world for what it is and find solutions that minimizes conflict instead of running from it. It's hard to know who's right and wrong, so leave your opinion in the comment section below. Ultimately, this reality is a suffering full of conflict that cannot be eliminated. We will always live in a cycle of hatred and conflict. The only way to truly feel that we are living in peace is to live in a fantasy. However, if the peace we are experiencing is just a virtual world, are we truly in peace?